Okay, Aaron here from the RadBoyz. Back at her at the RadBoyz headquarters. Today I am working on a few miscellaneous projects. The 16-inch Super Cycle 6040 build is done, complete, and gone and been delivered to Easton, the 6-year-old, and he loves it. Riding around on the pegs and, playing in the driveway like a kid should. So today, like I said, I got a few miscellaneous projects, and my main one that I want to get done is fixing this plate. A buddy of mine, Jamie, another member of the old school BMX forum here in Canada, so he brought me this plate so I could actually replicate it, along with a bunch of other stuff like all these pads and this plate and that dyno guard. I'm going to replicate all this stuff, including the Haro numbers too. The Haro pin-on numbers. I'm going to replicate that so I can make my own, because I sell these things for far too much considering what it is. Like, I could probably have this made for less than $1. So I'm going to replicate it. How am I going to fix this plate, you might ask? He already attempted to glue this. I don't know if you can see that. There is crazy glue on that crack. So it was zip tied. The crack goes all the way down to here, and it was zip tied in a few locations to hold it together. Remember, the number goes right over top of that, so I mean, this pretty much hid the zip ties anyways, but the crack was still exposed and it seems to be getting worse. It's moving. So what I'm going to try to do, I don't think I'm going to try to fix any of the webbing here because it's so delicate, but up here at the top I'm going to start by cleaning everything up, get all that crazy glue off of there, and then I'm going to zip tie it back together again so that the crack is tight. Let me show you what I'm trying to do here. I don't think I can. Anyways, like that, to bring that crack back together nice and tight and form that curvature in the plate once again. Then I'm going to put a tack right here and probably 2 down here, good ones, with a soldering iron. So by tack, all I mean is I'm going to dig into this plate with my soldering iron, make like a puddle, and let that basically push the sides up and out, and then once they come up and out, you use the soldering tip, because that's all puddled plastic, to fill back that hole, and that will tack that spot. Then I'll be able to move to the next spot. The other thing I'm going to do is, this is a piece of LDPE, which is low density polyethylene. This is the same material that number plates were made with in the 80s. So what I plan on doing here is I'm going to cut a piece of this off to use as filler rod. So as I weld along with my soldering iron, as I melt that channel, I'm going to be able to fill that channel with the rod, or add material if I have to. If there's not enough, I will add material to bring that crack back together and glue everything back up. So I'm going to throw on this my sesh here onto my headgear, and I'm going to time lapse this. So like I said, start by cleaning it up. I'm going to make a filler rod with this extra piece of material I have, and then I'm going to go to town plastic welding that back together with a soldering iron. Hopefully this goes well, because these plates are not cheap. This is an original Haro plate from the 80s, and it's got to be worth a few $100s. I mean, I know a NOS one of these is easily worth a few $100s. So if I screw this up, not good. It's not my plate. I'm hoping for the best. This is a disclaimer, Jamie. I'm going to try my best, buddy. I'm going to treat it as if it was my plate, and I'm going to really hope for the best. I can't promise anything though, man, but I am going to hope for the best. I'm confident I can get this thing back together. There's also a crack. This is another thing I should say. There's also a crack in this one ear right here. So before I go into the middle here and start welding that, I'm actually going to test over here and fix this up, because this area is not as vital when it comes to, a little bit of damage. It's easier to hide a bit of damage on this side. The decal's already not perfect, and I can, you know, it's easier to hide that than it will be here in the middle of the plate. So I'm going to definitely start on the outside there just to see what I can do. Make sure that it reacts good with this plastic, and then I'll move to this inside crack. So yeah, time lapse. Plug this gun in, get this heating up. Well, that seems to have worked. Other than a little bit of sharp pie, which I'm gonna rub off right there. Oh shit, yeah, that thing looks great, man. Let's get a close-up of that. Look at that repair job. Over here, didn't even damage the decal. Take a look at the back. I actually ended up welding right down into the webbing. It was going well, so I figured, why not? And did that spot there on the ear. It's good, man. Yeah! Fuck yeah, Jamie. Didn't fuck up the plate, man. It's repaired. Nice. Okay, peace out to the next time.